Before we start up, check out the Dork Album Volume 1. You can pre-order it now right off of Indiegogo. Support the channel. Let's do the thing. Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all. Welcome back, guys, to another fast potion farming. And this one is with Omega Red. Now, we've got here a 200 Sig Omega Red, which means his damage on the death spores is maxed out. And that's going to help us do some of the much needed damage over time to speed up this process. Now, we want to leverage Omega Red's death factor by staying in proximity to apply those spores and using heavy attacks to lock them in. Now, I have suicides turned on, and more specifically, we're focusing on double edge, which starts me out with a bleed at the beginning of the match. This is important because it triggers Omega Red's death field, which degenerates the opponent 87.73 damage per spore on the opponent, which is some massive damage if you can keep it going. Also, the death field is what allows you to go beyond the initial 10 spores into 30. So the plan is to keep as many spores on the opponent as possible while making sure the death field stays active for as long as possible. Now, I have my synergy team here of Wolverine, which is going to give me an extra 4% critical damage per spore, Sabretooth, which allows me to apply the spores faster and slows the timer for them falling off when I'm out of range, and Mephisto, which increases the damage of the spores by 10%. Now also there's an attack increase between Wolverine and Sabretooth, so I made sure to add on another Sabretooth to increase that damage, since the death spores is based on the base attack anyway. So let's go ahead, head on in and see what we can do with Omega Red. So as you can see, I got my first parry, I put a medium and dropped a heavy attack to lock in the current amount of spores that I have. I went in for a full combo, and what I'm trying to do here is bait out his heavy attacks. I can add on another heavy attack. This way we keep that degen going and we keep the spores in place. Now here's a little trick that you're going to want to do if you want to go fast. You do your heavy attack and combo right into your SP2 so that you don't push him over to SP2 and have to lose your proximity and lose your spores. So right here, all I got to do is get a parry, lock in again. As you can see, I'm staying here at 30, and that's how I'm doing my max damage. My next thing here is I have to get that death field back up with the SP2. So I bait out his SP1, I go in, get my SP2, lock that in, and because he doesn't have his SP2, this gives me a chance to stay in proximity and bait out a heavy attack. He does a heavy attack, gives me my opening, drop in my heavy attack, boom, I'm back in, still doing that damage, and I opted not to go for a heavy attack. I just went in for the straight damage. I'm going with an SP1 to not only finish this out, but also heal. I'm at 100% with the KO. I locked that in at about 70 seconds, which is fantastic. Now, here's one of the great things about Omega Red. You don't have to exit out of Realm of Legends. You can just go in and keep on fighting. So that's one of the pluses, whereas other champions who can do it in 50 or 60 seconds, you're still going to exit out, come back in, refight the Winter Soldier, and it's a lot of exiting and re-entering, and you don't have to do that with Omega Red, so you're saving some valuable seconds when you're trying to do your potion farming here. So as you can see in the speed ramp, I just finished up with Captain Marvel. I'm moving right into Juggernaut, and then after that I'm going to move into Rhino, and then move into Storm, and he goes relatively fast, and he's very, very easy on the items. You don't have to use any potions, you don't have to use any revives or any of that kind of stuff. He's self-sustaining, and once you get up to Vision, it's a little bit harder, so you can always just restart after that point. But that's better than restarting one at a time every single time. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope this helps you out. If you have an Omega Red and you've maxed them all the way up, he is a perfect champion for getting potions, farming potions, preparing for different quests that come along, and it saves you a lot of units. So if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Oh, Potamus. Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.